Hey, this is Joe Shear with Century 21 Premier Group again. Just checking in with another video on my frequently asked questions series. This one is on how to get into a home in a hot seller's market. What are the strategies that you want to use? And there's quite a few, but I'll go over them here as we go along. First one is go see the home right away. You can't afford to wait. You can't say, oh, I'll go see that next weekend. It'll probably be gone. If not, it'll probably be at least not quite under contract, but they'll be talking to somebody or negotiating. So, got to get in right away. Second thing is do your comps and offer full price if you can. Make sure it comps out, of course, but really, if you mess around and want to save some money, then the chances are they're going to hold off and wait for another buyer because there probably is one. And so just keep that in mind. You want to get it done and get it off the market, stop negotiating, and to get it tied up under contract. So now the second part of this is that if it's in multiple offers, what are the things that you want to do? Again, make sure the comps are there and offer more than full price probably. I'm sorry to say, but unless it's probably not overpriced, otherwise it wouldn't be in multiple offers. So it's probably priced pretty close to what the market will bear. So bear that in mind and be prepared to pay a few thousand more. And one thing I tell people, you never know what everyone else is going to bid. They're never going to let you know. So it is a big guessing game, and there's a little risk on either side of that. So maybe you do end up paying a couple thousand more, but at least you got the home that you love. So remember, if you pay full price but still ask for the seller to pay some closing costs, that's not a full price offer. If you add in the closing costs and then back it out to their price, then that's still considered a full price offer. So if you were asking $5,000 in closing costs from the seller, you're probably going to have to be $5,000 over their asking price and then still ask for the closing costs. So keep that in mind. Another thing to do is if you're fully confident that the home is in great condition, don't go in with an inspection contingency. Even though I do recommend it most of the time, if this is an absolute immaculate home and you don't see any issues, just go in and say we don't want an inspection. It's easier on a townhome or a condo. And it's a lot easier if there's no basement too. But if you sense that it's perfectly dry and clean down there, by all means, it's probably all right. But give it a good checkout too. Maybe squeeze in a quick second showing and go over the home in fine detail. If you have a couple days, if they say we're in a period of where we're accepting offers and you have 2 more days to get in your best offer. If you can get an inspector in there, if you think it might be problematic, do it. Pay for your inspection ahead of time, then go in without an inspection. Contingency. You've already done your inspection. You kind of know what you're in for then at that point. So another thing you can do is fast closing date or at least ask what the sellers, when they want to close. Ask their agent, hey, when would be optimal for the sellers? And a lot of times it's as soon as possible, but if not, go in and then they know they don't have to negotiate at that point. If they want to close in 48 days for whatever reason, then put down 48 days by all means. Last thing is high earnest money. And earnest money, if you're planning on following through with the deal, earnest money is funny money. You're handing it over to them, yes, but you're not going to lose it if you follow through on the deal, and it just becomes part of your down payment, if you will, on the home. And they do all that bookkeeping at the title office, goes on your closing statement and whatnot. So. Anyway, that's all. I may do a second part of this if I think of more stuff, but for now, that's it. Thanks a lot. Joe Shear with Century 21 Premier Group.